Commonly quoted statistic is that law enforcement authorities succeed in stopping only about 10% of the illegal drugs here in the United States. Should you believe the statistic? Okay. So the problem here is that we've got two different things going on. We've got two variables in this: so the quantity of illegal drugs intercepted and the quantity of illegal drugs not intercepted. And so it should be easy to measure that because the drugs are, illegal. But it's unlikely that anyone reporting a quantity of drugs are not intercepted. So there might be some data, available, but 10% might be likely be something a police officer was quoted about. So it's hard to know. This is hard to know because we don't really know. It's hard to know like which ones we know who's getting stopped and who's getting caught, but I think we have a hard time wrapping our arms around who's not getting caught. So we can, fairly easily measure. I don't know if I mean, it would take some work. We can measure. We can measure the quantity of drugs intercepted or caught. However, it may be very challenging to measure the quantity of drugs not intercepted. So that's where I would have problems with that. I know there's probably people that are way smarter than me can maybe figure that out. And so it might be so there, and I would have that would be my thing. That would be kind of my response to this. Like it would not. So should I believe it? Uh, I might add making this claim somewhat hard to believe. So, and the thing is, there could be, but I just think it'd be hard to measure like who's not getting caught. How well can we measure that? And maybe there are ways to measure that, but that would be kind of my critique here. And as I said, we can kind of figure out who's getting caught. We can go back and look at police records. It would take some time, but we don't really, I don't know if we fully have a handle on who's not getting caught. And so then if we can't figure out who's not getting caught, then the statistic doesn't really make as much sense.